What's up, all you cool cats and kittens? It's Joe from ArcherVSRogue. You just saw my homegirl Jubilee. Unfortunately, not with me is Tony because maybe you've heard of this virus going around, COVID-19. Anyways, before we get started, make sure you hit the subscribe button if you've never seen this channel before. Hit the likes. Leave me a comment. Tell me how fucking stupid I am. Do whatever the fuck you want. It's it's a free world. I don't give a shit what you type. Just let me know what's up. But today we're going to talk about specifically Chapter 12 of Final Fantasy 7 Remake. Blew my mind. Maybe it was because I was really high. I don't know. But it was a great fucking chapter, and I kind of want to talk about that. Also, before we get started, I know that it's kind of a crazy time right now. We haven't got to make much videos because of this whole quarantine thing. And then my game capture card went out. When Animal Crossing came out, I was going to make a video on that, and then that shit happened, and I had to send it back in. So maybe we can get this boat going a little bit more, hopefully. And like I said, I know Tony's not here. Maybe we can get an overall perspective of the game itself, but I kind of mainly want to just talk about Chapter 12. Might touch on some other things, but Chapter 12, guys, was fucking awesome, dude. It was one of the best chapters I've played in a video game in a long time. And I mean, like, I think I play more than the average person, and I expand my horizon on games. I don't just play Call of Duty all day, 365. So I've played a lot of good games, and there's not many games out there recently that I can think of in the past few years where a chapter has stood out to me as much as Chapter 12 has. And it was just a really good point of the game that I feel like, when we watch TVs and movies and there's certain episodes within the season, you're like, okay, there's where the fucking budget went. That was this chapter. That's where the fucking budget went. That's what it felt like to me, and it was badass. Really good key points in Chapter 12 where the dialogue was fucking fantastic. The voice acting was fucking fantastic. Visually, the whole game itself visually is obviously fantastic, but all the cinematic cutscenes were really good in this one. And it just had a really good flow. And I think the overall idea of what this chapter was, climbing that Shinra Tower to get to the top, was an awesome idea, honestly. Some of the down points to this chapter were the paratroopers being stuck as Cloud as the only playable character is not ideal at all when you're fucking fighting shit in the air and they're just running from you and you're having to just blast them with whatever magic you have equipped, because Cloud's not obviously, your go-to magic character. So hopefully you had something. I did. But, when you throw in some guys with some shields on top of that being douchebags, then it obviously makes for a hard time. So Chapter 12 definitely had its challenging moments. That was the big part of it. Aerith's part in the chapter wasn't, like the best thing in the world, but it had to happen to advance the story. So, I can't really hate on that. They did manage to keep that pretty short. It wasn't like that was a long ass part of the chapter. So that was great. But overall, let's talk about when you're Cloud and you're going up that tower. It gets a little bit harder, and character stories really took place. Obviously, two big things. Spoiler alert, if you're like 12 years old and you never played Final Fantasy 7 before, Biggs dying and Jesse dying were big moments climbing that tower. I thought Biggs' death was pretty good. I think they did a real good job with that. I like how they portrayed Biggs as a character. He's just that hard-working, badass dude. He's not like the leader, but he's the top guy, and that's what he is. And they did a good job portraying that. And then Jesse's death, I think they did a fan-fucking-tastic job. And whoever voice acts Jesse, I know this game had some big-name voice actors. I'll be honest with you, I haven't really looked into them too much, but she did a good job, and they did a good job with the whole death scene overall with Jesse. It was really fucking good. Both of them, they knocked them out of the park. And just talking about dialogue the whole time. So, another spoiler, the whole point of this chapter is at the end you have a boss fight with Rude and Reno, and it's by far the best boss fight I've played up to this point. let me tell you, I haven't beat the game yet. I've been fortunate enough to have a job. My job requires me to work 10 hours a day from home, 6 days a week, so I don't get to just like lounge and play this game all day. I wish I could, and to those of you who can, awesome. But you know, I'm playing it as I can, on top of work and on top of other things, and doing house projects. I'm out here in my living room. I'm usually out in the man cave, but that's too distracting to work 10 hours a day, man. I got a lot of video games in that room, and I got just too many TVs, too many things going on. Watching Price is Right every fucking day, and then trying to avoid playing video games. That's a hard thing to do when you're from home, so I concentrate better out here. But anyways, didn't mean to get sidetracked. Back to chapter 12. Reno really fucking cracked me up this whole game. That whole chapter, I mean, he heckles you as you're struggling fighting these damn paratroopers and these damn soldiers with the shields, man, and it's just fucking funny. He was just like, you're struggling with these guys? Come on, dude. Like, they're the weakest characters in the game for a reason. How the fuck are you struggling with these guys? You know, and that shit was just hilarious. And on top of that, they really did a fantastic job with both of their characters. I think they knocked them out of the park portraying both of these characters, man. And the whole fight itself, when you finally get to the top, Tifa, you know, joins you right before you get there. You two climb up, you meet Barrett, which you have a long time away without getting to use Barrett up to this point. So it was just nice to get Barrett back in there. I forgot how much of a tank he was, dude. He's so fun to play as. You can just sit back, blast away, heal your crew, use some magic if you want to. I mean, there's a lot of options you can do with Barrett, but he can take a lot of hit before you have to worry about sprinkling him with some fucking cure or some potions or whatever. So, I mean, he is a fun character to use. But you get up there, and then you get the boss fight. You know, you start off fighting Reno, and then it cuts to Rude, and then it cuts back to Reno, and then it cuts back to Rude, and then you're fighting them both. I didn't think this boss fight was too hard, considering how some of these bosses are kind of hard in this game. But I didn't think this one was too crazy hard. I got through it the first try, so that's good. But it was fun. It was definitely the best one I played. So the best boss fight so far up to this point. You know, I haven't beat the game yet. Because Jubilee, I haven't beat the game yet, so obviously this could be more. But up to this point, man, it's been great. I love the game. You know, it does have some filler moments. I've seen some people bitch about that. That's one of Tony's big things, man. If y'all don't know, Tony is a huge just RPG fan or video game fan, really. I think he stayed up past 24 hours on the initial launch date of this game, and this playthrough like 24 hours straight, pretty much playing Final Fantasy 7. So, props to him. That's a lot, man. I get like 6-7 hours in, and I'm just like, fuck. I got to get up and do something. Go to bed. I'm stoned. But hell, props to him. That's impressive. But anyways, you know, that pretty much wraps up that chapter. They, like I said, cinematic wise, they also did really good job with the cutscenes. Visually, it's a beautiful game, and it'll win Game of the Year. Jubilee agrees. Just with its visuals alone, that whole fucking scene with the zip lining down and the fucking plate falling, it was really fucking beautiful, man. But let me know what you guys think. Let me know where y'all are at. Let me know if you beat it. Don't spoil the ending for me yet. If you do, at least write spoiler on there. If anybody's actually watching this, probably not. But if you are, please let me know what you think. I've loved it, man. Some surprising moments. Aerith being one of my favorite characters to use, man. She's been fun to use too. Her and Barry both. But yeah, I hope everybody out there stays safe. Thanks for watching. If you are, like I said, let me know what you think of the game. Jubilee's let me know. She's trying to watch The Last Dance, the Michael Jordan Chicago Bulls documentary. She's mad I had to like mute it to make this video. But let me know what you guys think. Hit subscribe, comment below. Most of all, you're my #1 subscriber. Thank you guys.